Um, Sir Suruchi is saying, man, my mind is not at all organized. I cannot do anything productive. I feel like doing something, but can't find time from household chores, etc. I want to prepare for exams, can't concentrate. Suruchi, I hope you have. I had last week posted a video on how to get your mind organized on YouTube. It's an elaborate video. I hope you follow me on YouTube as well. You have subscribed to my YouTube channel. So if you have not, make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. What I love about YouTube is I can give you quality content, long form content, so that I can really help you in much better way. Instagram has these lives that we can do sometimes, and also then we have short 90 seconds reels, right? So not everything can be conveyed in 90 seconds. So Suruchi, my suggestion is go subscribe to my YouTube channel. I've done elaborate video on how to get your mind organized. Step by step, you can work on it and let me know. Okay, because every person has different requirement to organize their mind. But one thing that I want to tell you here, Suruchi, is a lot of times people want to follow their willpower. A lot of times we are trained since childhood to think that the willpower is everything. And this is the biggest mistake we can make. Okay, so your willpower is very little, it has very little power, I would say. What has more power on your mind or your physical actions is your environment. Okay, so I want you to look at your environment. What are some of the things your environment are not supporting you to stay focused on preparing for your exams? Are there some people that you need to start avoiding or making less contact with? Are there certain things that are not really giving you the input in your brain that you must work on yourself? Because let me tell you something. Your 5 senses are picking up 40,000 bits of data every single second. And you do not have control over it. So the minimalistic approach can help you to stay more focused, because the minimum interaction with an environment where you have less people, where you have less clutter in your environment, that includes your social media, that includes your OTT platforms. If you can just eliminate whatever can you eliminate, that will really greatly help your brain to minimize the inputs that are going in your brain. The lesser the information goes in your brain, the higher the amount of focus it will have. Because your brain has 5 different waves. Okay, the first wave of your brain is the beta brain wave. It's a very fast brain wave, and the beta brain wave is basically of alertness and focus. But this alertness and focus is all about your safety. So if your brain is in the beta brain wave, it's only going to focus on the triggers in your life. Where do you need to focus and how do you need to save yourself from? So you're going to focus on those triggers, okay? And if you already have existing triggers in your space, and if you can eliminate them, it will do a great deal to your brain to reduce that mental chatter. Then comes the alpha brain wave. Alpha brain wave is your brain's relaxed state. You know, it's more of absorption, it's more of calmness, it's more of regeneration state. So when you start going minimal in your life, when the information is lesser to your brain, it helps your brain to go into alpha state. Then comes the theta brain wave. Theta brain wave is the brain wave of reprogramming your brain. So if you want to prepare for exam, you want to learn subjects and you want to memorize them, and you want to make sure that they stay in your brain. So you need to understand to go to alpha or theta brain wave, where your temporary information that you're studying goes into your brain and becomes a permanent information or a long-term memory that creates, right? Then comes the delta brain wave. The delta brain wave is your brain's ability to go into deep state of relaxation, or when you are fast asleep. It's the sleep where you are totally like a REM sleep, where there is no distraction, nothing. It's like deep sleep. And then comes the last state, which is called as gamma waves. Now, gamma waves are the peak performance state. I always talk about this state, like if you look at athletes, or when we speak about Arjun in Mahabharat, where he could only see that machli ki aap, right? Or he could only see the bird's eye, where he hit the bullseye. That's because he entered into the gamma state where he did not see anything else, and he was at the peak performance. Athletes are trained, Olympic champions, even our cricketers, footballers, they are trained. Like when Virat Kohli, Dhoni or Sachin Tendulkar hits that sixer, and when there is a 160 kilometers per hour ball coming towards the batsman, for you and me, it will look like, my God, this is like crazy stuff happening. But for them, they are able to slow down the speed of the ball in their mind. And this is a state where you're able to control the fourth dimension that is called as time. Einstein spoke about the fourth dimension, and the fourth dimension in the world is time. And if you're able to control time in your mind, you're able to finish your chores faster, and you're also able to then work and prepare for your exams. Of course, as much as it sounds easy, actually, as much as it sounds simple, it's not easy. Okay, it requires a lot of tapascharya or a lot of practice to get into that state, which is also called as flow state. But it is not unachievable. It can be achieved. But of course, there's a lot of work needs to be done, because why you are all the time in the beta state of anxiety? Because there are so many triggers that are there in your life right now, and there are so many triggers in your mind that are coming from the past, especially your childhood experiences, your traumatic experiences that you've gone through in your life. They continuously bombard and create certain kind of triggers on and off in your life, and that's the reason you're all the time in beta state. My suggestion is, if you really need to work around this, work on yourself. It's worthy investment, and you will be really happy for achieving that state of peak performance, where then everything that you want to do in your life becomes very easy. Okay?